If you like to train, but you're getting a little bit older, you need to take care of your body. If you want to do it long term, you can't just keep pounding. This morning, 20 minutes, active recovery. We got 5 movements that are going to heal your body, leave you in better position so you can train hard for the rest of the week. Let's go. All right, team, quick brief on this morning's session, but we'll talk about it more as we are going through. We're going 20 minutes, 5 different movements, 1 minute per movement, 4 rounds. So your 4 movements are, number 1, it's a Paleo Squat. Feet underneath the hips, come on down into a passive squat. If this is tough, grab a counterbalance to hold out in front. Movement number 2, on your chest, thumbs to the shoulders, press out overhead to a lockout and back down. It's gonna help you open up the upper back, build shoulder mobility and strength. Number 3 is a tabletop. So you come into a crab position, bring the hips up to a nice straight line, undoing some of those detriments of sitting all day, opening up the hip flexors a little bit. You can stay there or go up and down. Number 4 is just a dead hang. So if you got a pull-up bar, tree branch, play structure, choose an amount of time that's realistic, 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds. Hang nice and relax the shoulders. You can mix up the grips. You can go palms in, palms out, mixed grip, whatever you want. And then the last one is our Cossack Squat. Get yourself a nice wide stance. You're gonna alternate squatting, keeping that heel on the ground, getting a full range of motion if possible, and then switching sides. If that is too challenging, feel free to hold on to something. Like I could hold on to the door and use that as support, or a band, or a ring, or whatever. So we are going 4 sets of those 5 movements, 20 minutes total. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Drop any questions in the chat. We're gonna do it here. Proper music. All right, team. Starts with the Paleo Squat. 10 seconds. We'll talk about it a little bit more as we go. Feet underneath the hips. Come on down all the way. 3, 2, 1. All right. So this is your natural sitting, resting posture. We just, especially in North America, we've gotten so far away from this because we sit in chairs all day that for a lot of people, this is a very uncomfortable, challenging position to get into. But it's a natural position. It is fantastic for your hips, knees, and ankles. And the more time you spend in it, the better it gets. I've been doing this for, at least 10 minutes a day for the last 15 years. And I notice when people come into the gym that this is a challenge. And you see that over time, if you do it more and more, it becomes less of a challenge. And you may not feel it, but this is a very important test for your hips. If you can't do this, there's something wrong. So going to our prone presses next. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Your goal here, keep the arms as high off the ground as you can. Coming to a full lockout. And what this is doing is it's opening up the upper back and it's opening up the shoulders to be able to go, ideally, in line with the body and not just out in front. The upper back, for most of us, is pretty rounded forward. Right, the natural curvature in the upper back is called kyphosis, but most of ours are overdone, right? Because we lean over, we round our upper backs to look at screens and phones and whatever else we're looking down at, and the upper back becomes more and more rounded, and we end up with more and more cranked neck. And this is me too, for sure, but all right, we're going to our tabletop. 3, 2, 1. And you can think about lifting up the hips to the tabletop, coming back down into crab. You can rock forwards to open up the shoulders a little bit into extension. Just moving around here, finding where it's tough. If you sit a lot, this is a good counteract, a movement that counteracts the sitting that we do. We close the hips when we sit, and the hip flexors that get tight there pull on our low backs, and we end up with back pain. So the more we can think about squeezing the butt and then making a nice straight line through the hip, opening the hip flexors, the better off we're gonna be, the more resilient we will be against that low back pain from hip flexor tension. So keep squeezing the butt. You can rock back and forth. You can lengthen it and squeeze the butt. It makes it harder. 10 seconds. We're going to our hang. Obviously, this opens up the shoulders as well and shoulder extension. Great stretch. 3, 2, 1. Hang in. So you can aim to hang out here the whole time. You can even have your feet on the ground for the first one. Just starting to open up those shoulders. You want to be nice and relaxed in the shoulder. I'm not trying to pull up or keep any tension there. Just nice and relaxed. You can do a little side to side, opening up the side of the body, the serratus and the abs. I needed this morning. 30 seconds. Some days I don't look forward to active recovery, and some days this is exactly what I want. Today is one of those days. This feels so good. 15. I've got my feet behind me, kind of pushing through, opening up the chest. All right, and then last one of the first set is our Cossack. 3, 2, 1. Nice wide stance, Maple. You are not helpful. And you know what? I'm gonna use a counterbalance just because it's a little easier to keep me upright for the first set. The outside heel there stays on the ground, but the toes don't need to. So if you want to bring those toes up on the non-squatting leg, feel free. Keep that heel on the ground and the squatting foot, well, both heels, I guess. 30 seconds. Once again, if this is too much or the knees won't have it, just hold on to something out in front, a band or strap, a towel hung over a door, whatever. 10 seconds. We're going on to round 2. Back to our Paleo Squat. Maple. 3, 2, 1. All right, back in the squat. Maple now. If you wanted to make this more challenging, depending on where you're at, although coming into it now after the Cossack squats, my legs are tired, what you could do is come to an active squat and then relax back down. Come to active and relax back down. Just basically push up into the feet a little bit, pull the chest up, and relax back down. I've got some other variations to make this harder as well if you'd like afterwards. But otherwise, just hang out here, let the hips loosen up a little bit, try to breathe into it. Right? The longer, deeper breaths you can take, the more benefit you'll get from this in a flexibility standpoint and from just a calming the nerves and the mind standpoint as well. You are a lot this morning, eh? All right, we're going to our tabletop in 5, or prone presses, I take it back. I am great at getting these in the wrong order. So back on the chest, and you're pressing up overhead, getting the hands as high off the ground as you can at the end. You could even pause there. Take a few seconds with it overhead. You're gonna feel this in the upper back, the scapulas, shoulders. Try to get to a nice straight lock out at the elbow. All right, we want to be able to get weight overhead right in line with the body. So if we can't get the arms up there, we got work to do. 15. 5. Coming to our tabletop. Morning, Carl. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Is that an emoji that I don't know? Stop. Ow. Use her as the Maple. She's so springy this morning. If I tried to hold her, she would just bounce off of me. Probably bite my face. All right, so another minute at opening up the hips here. If I were to guess, I mean, there's probably two. There are two things that I see the most commonly that are limiting for people. One is tight hip flexors that are pulling on their back, and 2 is tight upper back and they can't get overhead. All right, so we're really focusing on those 2 things here today, opening up the hips, right? Allowing for movement, but also stability, and at the same time, opening up that upper back so we can help our posture and our ability to get overhead when we're lifting. All right, back to the hang. Feel free to switch up the grip. I'm gonna go chin up grip here this time. And once again, the goal is nice relaxed shoulders and to have the chest through the arms. All right, you wanna create that straight line from the torso straight up the arms, imagining you were holding or having to hold something overhead. You want it stacked. So if I can't get my arms overhead and they're sitting out in front, this is a great way to open, as long as we're squeezing the abs a little bit. So if the upper back and shoulders are really tight and you don't squeeze the abs, you're hanging pretty arched. So keep the abs squeezed to avoid the excess arch. And just relax the shoulders. That's 45 seconds. You can come down before if you need. Coming to our Cossack Squat in 10. Oh my God, you're right back on, aren't you, Doug? 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Once again, if you want to scale this one, grab onto a ring or a TRX strap or a towel or a band hung over something, and it'll keep you upright a little bit. You can also limit the range of motion a little bit if you need to. Maple, go away. Holy moly. It's not playtime. I know, you always think it is. Good girl. Keep shifting with control. This isn't, the goal isn't to go fast here. It's to find good positions and fight for them, right? If it feels easy, you're probably not in as good a position as you could be. So fight for it. 10 seconds. I'm going back to the Paleo Squat. 3, 2, 1. So feet back underneath the hips. You should feel a little bit of warmth in the body right now. Should feel like we're warming up and everything's kind of loosening up. Each round should get looser. Morning, Jabes. You're not helpful. You're not helpful. A good test for this is the next time you're out in the wilderness, test out pooping. Test out this position. This is the reason why, our anatomy is the reason why something like the squatty potty exists. If you're familiar with it, it's a little stool that you put beside your toilet and you put your feet up on it to get basically into this position on your toilet. As I'm sure, as I've mentioned before, toilets are a very, Western world thing. You know, out in the East, there's a hole in the ground. All right, we're going back to our prone presses here. Go for it. Chest down, pressing up overhead. But I'll continue on that. And there are places in the world that there aren't toilets. There are just, go away, holes in the ground. And you just squat down and do your business. And I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but that position is the best position for clearing your bowels and doing a good job and not leaving leftovers and being healthier. So if that position is a struggle, spend more time in it. And then I guess what I'm saying is get your knees up in your squat too, in your poop. Keep pressing. Always trying to get that full lockout overhead. 10 seconds, going to tabletop. All right, back on all fours, facing up. You can mess around with different hand placements here as well. If you want to open up the wrists, you can point them forwards a little bit, pointing them back, pointing outwards. I think the out to the sides is probably the least strenuous. So if you want to get a little more flexibility into it, mess around with different wrist positions. If you want to get more hip flexor opening out of it, squeeze the butt harder, push the hips up high. You can also think about opening up the shoulders. Same thing, you can double up on this one. Kill two birds with one stone. Hips open, shoulders open, 20 seconds. Keep pushing. Going back to the hang. Keep squeezing the butt, 10 seconds. Actually burns pretty good. 5. All right, back to the hang. Go. Coming up on the end of round 3 after our Cossack squats here. And then just one more. Oh, I've got the intervals on there wrong, don't I? That's doing 1 minute on, 1 minute off. What does that give us? 10 rounds. Either way, relax the shoulders, focusing on your breathing, trying to get the chest through the arms. Nice, easy breathing. That's 40 seconds. Coming back to our Cossack squat in 10. Let those shoulders open up here. All right, Cossack in 5. Nope. 3, 2, 1. Nice wide stance. Keeping those heels on the ground. Shifting over to squat on one side. See if you can pull the chest up. And then alternate. You may find that one side is easier or more open than the other. Spend more time on the tight side. That is not uncommon. We are generally pretty uneven. Got one more round after this, team. You should feel like we've got an easy workout in here in terms of body temperature, sweat, all that stuff. You should feel, I like to say, at the end of an active recovery session, like you want to work out. And that's the sign of an effective one. All right, Paleo Squat, 3, 2, 1. So meaning you finish this and you're jacked up to work out, we've been effective. We've done it. I'm going to suggest don't go do a workout, but that's the sign of a good active recovery, is the body feels great and you really want to go push it. Obviously, if you've got physical activities in your life like I do on the farm, then you're going to have to do things. But, you know, you could take an active recovery day afterwards and be physically restful, if that makes sense. Obviously, do your homework, but take a day just as active recovery, and the rest of the week, push that pace. If you're new here, we're here every day with another workout, by the way. Active recovery once a week, and just another high intensity workout every other day. All right, prone presses, 3, 2, 1. "30 seconds. You may find one of these harder than the rest. That just means you need to do more of that one. Like if you can't get your arms off the ground here, you need to do more of this. All right, tabletop, 3, 2, 1. Woo. If you want, you could walk around and crab. I gotta replace my water heater this morning. Woo, that's a fun task. You could walk, you could stay, you can rock, shoulders open. And obviously we can open up the hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips. Find those tight spots or the weak spots and play around there. 30 seconds. Open up the shoulders, press away hard from the floor. You can sink. Sorry, even at the shoulders, I can sink and press, sink and press. 15. We're going to hang. Whoa, hard on the toes, 10 seconds. Last hang, team. 2, 1, go. Last hang. Try to focus on calming the breath, relaxing the shoulders, and breathing in the nose, out the mouth. Nice and easy. Think abs on here too. Little butt squeeze, chest through. That's it. Just breathe. Nice and calm. Head up, shoulders relaxed. We are healing our bodies here. Your body will appreciate this work that you're doing. 10 seconds. Last set of Cossack squats. 3, 2, 1. Last set. Too wide. Hi, Maple. 40 seconds. Keep moving. Finish them up. We'll do a little, well, if you're here on the live stream, we got homework next. 30 seconds. 20. 10. Couple more reps. And there we are. Hell yeah. Great job. You should feel, as I'm saying, kind of like you want to do a workout now. I'd say that's the sign of an active or a successful active recovery day. And remember that if you're only beating yourself up during the week and not taking it down, healing the body, then eventually you're gonna hit the wall, especially as you get older. So hit that thumbs up button, team.